Serena appears to have been unmasked in Emmerdale after her hidden profession finally came to light. Kev Townsend suddenly remembered where he had seen Serena before and immediately shared the revelation with her cousin, Robert Sugden. He stunned Robert by claiming that Serena works for the police. If Kev is telling the truth, it could explain her suspicious behavior and the endless questions she has been asking. The mystery now is why she is so interested in John Sugden's deadly actions and the people connected to his victims. Moira Dingle, Vanessa Woodfield, and Aaron Dingle had already grown wary of Serena because of the way she kept questioning them about John's crimes. Although Robert initially dismissed their concerns, Moira warned him during Monday's episode. Moira explained that she had been investigating Nate's death, which was caused by John, and urged Robert not to reveal any details about how John died to Serena. Her fears may have been justified. Kev later walked straight into Robert's house, taking him by surprise, before delivering the shocking news that Serena was a police officer. The big question now is whether Kev's claim is accurate. He insisted that he never forgets a face and is rarely mistaken, suggesting Serena's secret identity has finally been uncovered. With this new information, Robert faces an important decision. Meanwhile, Serena's true motives remain unclear. Robert also knows that his sister, Victoria Sugden, killed John while acting in self-defense. If Serena really is a police officer, it could spell trouble for the family, who are hiding the truth about John's death. The revelation comes as Aaron is set to become increasingly suspicious of Serena after another unusual incident. When Robert is knocked unconscious by a runaway trailer at the farm, Serena is the one who comes to his rescue. She contacts Aaron and helps treat Robert's injuries, but Aaron cannot ignore how conveniently Serena happened to be there. He begins questioning whether her presence was really a coincidence. However, upcoming spoilers hint that the accident may have been caused by something entirely different. A separate preview featuring Mackenzie Boyd and Ross Barton at the farm during the same week also mentions a trailer, raising fresh questions about what really happened. According to the teaser, tension between Mac and Ross continues to grow as they unload bags from a trailer. Their disagreement soon turns physical, with Mac attacking Ross. This leaves one major mystery. Is the trailer involved in their confrontation the same one that later rolls away and crashes into Robert, or are the two incidents completely unrelated? Next week brings more drama to Emmerdale as long-hidden secrets surface, old wounds reopen, and new complications threaten several villagers. Serena finally tells Robert the full story about John, Charity finds support from another of Dr. Todd's victims, and Kev is forced to confront someone from his past. The village has been rocked by several emotional storylines in recent weeks. Charity recently confessed everything to Mackenzie Boyd, revealing the truth about Dr. Todd's sexual assault, the blackmail she endured, and baby Layla's real parentage. Meanwhile, viewers have already seen a flash forward revealing Dr. Todd's lifeless body, although the circumstances surrounding her death remain a mystery. Elsewhere, Kev has been trying to prove he has changed in the hope of building a relationship with his son Lewis. However, his determination was tested after Ross Barton and Nicola King framed him for stealing from the cafe. At Home Farm, Kim discovers that someone carrying a shotgun has broken into the estate. She orders Ross to investigate and provides him with a list of possible suspects. Ross's inquiries quickly go wrong when he wrongly accuses Moira, who throws him out, before turning his attention to Robert. His accusations spark a confrontation with Aaron, and the pair end up in a physical fight before Serena steps in. After Ross leaves, Serena takes the chance to explain everything she knows about John to Robert. Her account convinces him to let her stay, despite Aaron remaining suspicious. Back at Home Farm, Kim also discovers that the missing item taken during the break-in was a USB stick. With Robert still recovering from his injuries, Aaron offers Serena a job at the farm. Before long, she engineers a situation that brings Ross back into her company. Ross assumes Serena is interested in him, but her real intentions remain unclear. Charity receives another devastating setback when she learns the CPS has decided not to prosecute Dr. Todd because there is not enough evidence. Refusing to give up, Mac and Vanessa decide to investigate whether previous complaints against Todd could help expose her. Vanessa and Jacob later meet privately with HR representative Carol to begin searching for answers. When Charity learns what they are doing, she confronts Vanessa, but instead comes face to face with Helen, another woman who suffered at Todd's hands. Although Helen is reluctant to speak at first, Charity opens up about her own assault, and the emotional confession appears to reach her. Charity hopes Helen may have information that could finally strengthen the case. Elsewhere, Claudette persuades Kev not to walk away from his job at the cafe. Nicola, who is secretly pleased he resigned, tries convincing Vinny, Mandy and Lewis that everyone is better off without him, only for Kev to surprise them all by asking for his position back. After discovering Lewis's birthday is approaching, Kev attempts to make up for years of absence by showering him with gifts. His enthusiasm, however, leaves Lewis feeling uncomfortable, increasing Ross's worries. Matters become even more complicated when Kev's old friend Steve unexpectedly arrives. Kev immediately warns him not to ruin the new life he is trying to build. Kane refuses to give up hope that his dog Monty can recover and seeks another veterinary opinion, believing that if radiotherapy can help him, it could also save Monty. His determination begins affecting those around him, leaving Moira and Kyle feeling ignored. Kyle is struggling with cadets, but because Kane dismisses the activity, he feels unable to ask his father for support. Moira's attempts to encourage Kane to accept Monty's condition fall on deaf ears. Later, Kane is devastated after learning that Monty's tumors cannot be treated with surgery. Wanting to avoid facing his emotions at home, he takes Kyle on a camping trip, but his mood worsens when Kyle invites Graham along. As the camping trip unfolds, tensions between Kane and Graham continue to rise until Kane loses his temper. Kyle is disappointed by his father's behavior and calls him out before Kane storms away alone. As night falls, disaster strikes when Kane slips down a hillside and becomes trapped after injuring his leg. Meanwhile, Dawn is delighted after finally receiving her wedding dress, although she remains unhappy about Billy's relationship with Gabby. At the same time, Gabby keeps Billy distracted to avoid eating the meal he has prepared for her. Vanessa finally discovers the horrifying truth about Dr. Todd, after spending months defending her without knowing what she had really done. Her eyes are opened when D.S. Reed arrives to question her as part of the investigation and explains the serious allegations surrounding Todd. Vanessa is left horrified as she realizes she almost began a relationship with someone capable of such terrible crimes. She also understands why Charity had desperately tried to warn her away from Todd all along. Throughout the investigation, Charity has secretly been working with police, while trying to cope with the fallout from revealing to Mac that Layla is actually Ross's biological daughter, following their drunken affair. Despite learning the painful truth, Mac has continued supporting Charity through the ordeal. The decision by the CPS not to pursue the case leaves Charity heartbroken after everything she has endured. Determined not to let Todd escape justice, Mac and Vanessa throw themselves into uncovering any previous complaints against her, believing Jacob's earlier attempt to report Todd for bullying may finally provide the breakthrough they have been searching for. Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.